Hello everyone, this is Research Method Project Planning and Management um, overview, and also the first chapter of the book, Experimental Research. So let's talk about why we need research and project management. So at the end of this whole degree, you're going to have a capstone class. In that class, you're going to have probably more likely a community-related project. It's either software development or IT related to a solution for problems solving. And so in this class, we're going to identify the problem and with your interest area. So by far, you probably already done all the basic courses, um, no matter it's database, um, programming language, software design, development, all of those courses. And now in this course, we're trying to define a research problem and define the measurement and design the research, identify problem, design the research questions, and also the method of collecting data. And we're going to propose a project towarding to the capstone. So by the end of the course, you're going to be able to propose a project. And then the capstone class, we're going to collecting data and then analysis data, or creating solution, could be a software development, could be a solution for IT related issues. So the first half of the class, by the way, I have very strong background because outside of my house is doing constructions. So I hope this is not going to be a big deal with the I have the headset on. But if it is, so forgive me because I think it background noise is from the constructions. Let's look at what the outline of the course as far as the timelines. The first 4 weeks, we're going to focus on more about research method, concept, and project management strategies. And then the second half will be switching our focus on the final project, which is defining your project topics and prepare the research design proposal for the capstone. So the outline of this course for the research and project is first you want to first think about what your interest area is. It could be very broad. You are interested in humanity related topic, that's fine. We're going to use IT related solution to solve the problem. And your particular interest in the area of technology, that's fine. Using emerging technology, solving problem into changing the condition of human live, that's fine. Identify the problems of the community. The community could be your work, your organization, your family, or your dreaming business, which means you're trying to create a business, been for a long time, having a good chance to do that. Formulating research problems, how to define the success of your project, and then starting research design, collecting data to answer the question you designed, and then project topic and research design proposal. At the end of this course, you're going to have this research design proposal and project topic being defined. And then in the, for example, if you build a website to solving some problems, then the topic will be defined and research method will define as, you're collecting data, you're doing interview for the needs finding, and you're doing survey or a case study about the usability study. And then you're collecting data and writing a research report. And then that's the end of capstone. So our course ends right here. So I have a video here about a way of thinking about research. I would like you, this is also being located in the watching and learning area. So I would like you to watch yourself. And so what is research? Research been defined for many years ago. There's one saying, a systematic investigation to find the answer of a problem is a research. Um, so you find the answer to a problem. The first thing you have to define the problem. Then using systematic investigation, you have to define your measurement and then to answer the questions you proposed. So, and also in 1993, Grinnell also have a definition of research. Research is a structured inquiry that utilize acceptable scientific method to solve problem, creating new knowledge that is generally applicable. So research, most of the research method nowadays is more humanity related, study about the different variables like different gender, age, education background, all of that, demographic maybe, variables and impact a result. So that's more psychology and sociology, so all those kind of research, humanity related. And our focus will be on the software development, why we do research in software development. So I think we're trying to answer our question is, if our software is success, so we're going to research on how success our software is, and how easy the software is towarding to the goal of creating the software. And we have to consider, at that point, we have to consider who is really interactive with the software being developed. Are they satisfied with the software? Is the software solving the problems we were supposed to solve? So research method in human-computer interaction, human-computer, because the user, we study of user using software. So that's what we're studying on. And so research method in human-computer interaction is not really well defined. But the book we have today is giving an outline of what can be, done in HCI research. It helps us to better understand all the factors presented social technology systems, because this area is disciplinary area. It's not only like technology, people want to do something in this. It also includes psychology, cognitive studies, sociologies, all different factors. So different areas, researchers have a different way to measure their humanity's reaction to the software. And we only seek the better solution rather than the optimal solution. We can do comparing A/B study, A/B testing. There are also going to be many stakeholders with different goals within the software development life cycle. So you have to consider different receivers, what their opinion is. So HCI Research History and Change, there is one whole chapter in the book is talking about. So I'm going to just make it very short, and you can read the book, talk about that. And so in early years, HCI research more based on task performance based, rather than, if people are like it or don't like it. We're depending on within certain time if the user be able to accomplish all the tasks. Nowadays, it's more human factors can be involved in the research. So that's the trend of now. Research methods in HCI include the followings, which what we're going to cover: experimental and survey use a lot, case study, interview use a lot, interview and focus group use a lot for, especially the early a stage of defining the software, defining the specification, and defining the needs. And usability study is based on what we have testing task maybe and doing usability study and collecting the data and analysis. So a research life cycle for one project is first you have to define research, and then you run data collection and analyze the data and report the result of the research. So oops, sorry. The following 20, 30 slides actually is going to come from the contents from the book. Let's talk about chapter, let's see, chapter 2 and 3 is talk about exponential experimental research and design. So, so what is experimental research? It's being used a lot in behavior research, and for experimental research, you have to have a research hypothesis and have the basic of the experimental research. And then you're going to use a set of variable, independent variable and uh, dependent variable, and you're going to define if those independent variable influence the dependent variable. So that's how things work. And then if you testing result is having a significant difference by changing the independent variable, then dependent variable result have a significant difference, then that means that does making influence to the dependent variable. So let's talk about each of them. So different type of behavior research. So there is three type of investigation. One is descriptive, one is relational, and experimental research. First, descriptive investigation is constructing an accurate description of what is happening. So based on the observation, survey result probably, and then it's going to be in the exploration stage of, oh, you observe and see it looks like there is some relationship. Then you do relational investigation, identify relation between multiple factors, and then determine the relation between those factors. And then after you believe there is a relation between the independent variable to the influence the dependent variable, and then you do more closed door experimental research that is trying to prove or disprove, which you gave an assumption or a hypothesis to testing to be reject or agree, support to the hypothesis. So this is another form from the book. So different type of method for this descriptive investigation, like observation, field study, a focus group, and interviews. Relational will be observation, field survey. Survey will tell a little bit more the relation between the X and Y. And then, so X is responsive for Y. That means experimental investigation, it need to have a control experimental environment. So identify what the cause